Welcome to episode 27 of the Pollination Podcast, the show where we dig deep into the science, business, and day-to-day reality of commercial beekeeping. Today we're tackling something that's part science, part logistics, and 100% critical if you're producing or reselling queens: how to ship queen honeybees successfully. Because here's the thing, you can raise the best queens in the world, but if they arrive stressed, dehydrated, or dead, you've just lost bees, money, and customer trust. So whether you're shipping 5 queens or 500, you'll want to stick with me through this step-by-step breakdown, from prep to postmark, so every queen you send has the best shot at arriving strong and ready for the hive. Let's start at the very beginning, your carrier. Most queen producers use USPS, FedEx, or UPS. USPS delivers to rural areas and is often the go-to for smaller orders. FedEx and UPS can be faster, but may have location-based restrictions. Whichever you choose, know their policies for live animal shipments. And here's a big money saver. Use third-party shipping services like Pirate Ship. They can knock serious dollars off your rates, especially at scale. And here's a pro tip. Always choose signature required. This ensures queens aren't left baking in the sun or freezing on a porch, and it protects you from dead-on-arrival disputes that actually stem from neglect after delivery. Your shipping box is not just packaging, it's a mobile microclimate. It should be sturdy and crush-proof, well-ventilated, clearly labeled with "Live bees, handle with care," "This side up," both yours and your customer's contact info as well as the tracking numbers. The queen cages need to be secured so they cannot rattle during transport. Queens under stress release more octopamine, a stress-related neurotransmitter that weakens immunity and disrupts pheromone production. The less they're jostled, the better their post-shipment acceptance rates. And here's a cost reminder. Those queen shipping boxes, as well as the bars that come with them, they can run anywhere from $10 to $20 per queen order, depending on the size of the order. That's a cost that you need to factor in to your shipping quote that you're going to give to your customers. Most customers do not mind paying for the containers if it's wrapped into the shipping fee. Banking queens for 1 to 3 days before shipping is like a final quality control check. It weeds out weak queens before they travel, gives you time to observe if workers are attracted to or are rejecting the queens, helps ensure only strong, healthy queens make the trip. Skipping banking can cost you both bees and reputation. Clear policies prevent messy disputes. Decide on live arrival guarantees or not. A 5% extra queen policy for large orders? That's common in the industry. Refunds or credits for losses? Signature required. And here's my hard-earned advice. Take full payment up front, including shipping. Even better, take early reservations. This allows you to forecast cell production, schedule labor, and guarantee you can meet demand without overproducing. Here are the most common queen cage types that you may want to ship with. JZBZ. They're lightweight and have great ventilation. The California Mini. They're compact and fit well in tight boxes. The 3-hole cage, a more specialized caged. They're sturdy and ideal when workers must be caged with the queen. Sending queens to be sampled at North Carolina's Queen Clinic, for example, will require 3-hole cages so workers do not get loose in their lab upon opening the shipping box. It is generally advised to not add workers to the cage when shipping to an average customer. Stick to one style for speed and consistency in packing. For food, powdered sugar and water mixed together to make a soft paste. Placed on wax paper works great. For water, use a damp sponge inside a perforated Ziploc bag. Poke enough holes to allow the workers to drink, but without leaking into the box. Queen pheromones, especially queen mandibular pheromone, are chemical blends secreted by specialized glands. These secretions depend on the queen's hydration status, nutrition, and overall health. Dehydration stresses bees physiologically. In queens, this stress can divert resources away from glandular production and toward survival, reducing pheromone output. Reduced pheromone strength can make a queen less attractive to workers and may impair her acceptance into a new colony. Your queen cage candy should be the consistency of firm cookie dough. If the candy is too soft, the attendants can chew through it too quickly and release the queen before the colony is ready to accept her. Or the queen may even drown in the candy if it is especially soft. If the candy is too hard, the queen may have difficulty chewing out of her cage in a timely manner or may not be able to chew out at all. You should always test your candy before selling queens to a customer. Temperature and humidity will affect the consistency dramatically, so you may need to adjust your recipe depending on the season you're in as well as your particular climate. Attendant worker bees are the queen's in-transit care team. A good rule of thumb when measuring how many workers to put in your boxes with your queens is if you ship 50 queens, you want to have about 3/4 cup of workers. If you're shipping 100 queens, you want about 1.5 cups of worker bees. Sometimes you can just eyeball this, as long as each queen cage is thoroughly covered with workers, but not to the degree where the queens may suffocate or overheat during transit. That's usually pretty much okay. If you have high heat, use fewer attendants to prevent overheating. If the weather is cool, add a few more for warmth. The best source for attendants: open brood frames from a queen-right colony. Newly emerged workers adapt best. The best days to ship your queens are either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. This will allow you to avoid weekend delays. If your queens end up stuck over the weekend in a warehouse, they may not survive until the following Monday when your customers may receive them. Always check both the origin and destination forecast. Heat waves, freezes, and even wildfire smoke can impact your queen survival. Notify customers of ship date and tracking info, and remind them signatures are required. Here's a basic checklist for you to give to your customers when it comes to receiving their queens successfully. First of all, they need to open the queen package immediately upon receiving it. If there are any damages to the queen or the package themselves, the customers must take pictures right away, especially if there is a high queen mortality, and send you, the breeder, those photos as well as a detailed description immediately. The queens, if they cannot be placed in same day, should be stored in a quiet, dark place at around 65 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit until the queens are able to be installed. Ideally, the queens should be installed on the same day that the customers receive them. Shipping queens isn't just a box and a label. It's bee biology meets logistics. Every package you send reflects your reputation and your understanding of honeybee health, as well as your skills as a queen breeder. I hope some of these tips will help you guys out when it comes to shipping your honeybees. If anyone ever wants to be on the podcast, please let me know. I'm always looking to have someone on for an interview who has different opinions and different experiences regardless of your level of experience. I'm always happy to have anybody on, so please let me know. Until next time, keep your bees healthy, your queens fertile, and your customers happy. See you next month. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Pollination Podcast. I'm Matthew Walker from Walk in the Woods Apiary. We hope we have answered a few of your beekeeping and pollinator questions. Please share your questions and comments to our Facebook page at the Pollination Podcast.